The faith of God believes the impossible. The scene of Jesus arriving in Bethany becomes emotional 4 days after the death of his dear friend Lazarus. Lord, Martha said to Jesus, "If you had been here, my brother would not have died. But I know that even now, God will give you whatever you ask." Jesus said to her, "Your brother will rise again." Martha answered, "I know he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day." Jesus said to her, "I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live even though he dies, and whoever lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this?" The question Jesus asked to Martha, "Do you believe this?" referring to what he said about his brother and about himself. First, he said, "Your brother will rise again." Second, he said, "I am the resurrection and the life." Jesus asks her, "Do you believe this?" Believing is the key to receiving. If you believe, you will receive. Do you believe? Martha's response, "Yes, Lord," she told him. "I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who was to come into the world." The next scene, Martha called her sister Mary. The Lord Jesus is emotionally shattered by this scene. He asked where they had buried Lazarus. They went to the tomb, and his feelings were troubled. And here Jesus wept. Jesus, once more deeply moved, came to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone laid across the entrance. "Take away the stone," he said. "But Lord," said Martha, the sister of the dead man, "by this time there is a bad odor, for he has been there 4 days." When Jesus said, "Take away the stone," the natural human mind reacted. "That's impossible. He has been dead for 4 days. It's really impossible." Jesus had already told her, "Your brother will rise again." And she says, "I know he will rise again in the resurrection at the last time." Jesus' response to her was not at the last day, but now. Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life." Jesus said, "I am," present tense, not "I will be," future tense, but now. Then Jesus said to Martha, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" This is not what we are used to in the natural world. The world has taught us to see is to believe. In the principle of faith, believe first, then you will see. Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? You know what happened in the next scene. Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Jesus said to the father of the sick child, "If you believe, all things are possible to him who believes." Only the faith of God can believe the impossible. The human faith cannot believe in the impossible. If you are truly born again, whether you realize this or not, you have the faith of God inside your spirit. Release the faith of God inside your born again spirit and begin to believe that with God all things are possible. Remember, Jesus said, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" Do you want to see the glory of God? Believe. Do you want to see the miracle of God? Believe. Do you want to see the healing of God? Then believe. While Jesus was still speaking, some men came from the house of Jairus, synagogue ruler. "Your daughter is dead," they said. "Why bother the teacher anymore?" Ignoring what they said, Jesus told the synagogue ruler, "Don't be afraid, just believe." Notice what Jesus did, ignoring what they said. Instead, Jesus said to Jairus, "Don't be afraid, just believe." We all know the story. Jesus raised Jairus' daughter from the dead. Remember, the secret of this miracle is faith. Just believe. Don't be afraid, just believe. Isn't that all we need to do if we want to see God's power manifest in our lives? What part of your life seems to be dead? Is your wallet or passbook dead in extreme poverty? Is the energy of your marital relationship dead or family? Is your refrigerator dead because there are no groceries? Is your sperm cell or uterus dead and you want to have a child? Is part of your body dead and you can't seem to move? Has it been dead for a long time, just like Lazarus, or it just died, like Jairus' daughter? All that is needed is the same faith, just believe. Jesus said to Martha, if you believe, you would see the glory of God. Jesus said to Jairus, don't be afraid, just believe. Do you believe? True faith is focused on what God can do. Ignore the bad odor of a decaying body in Lazarus' story. Ignore the opinion of the people in Jairus' story. Just believe. Miracles happen when you believe. To God be the glory. God bless you.